Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Eric and I like to read, and today I'm going to be reacting to my old 5-star predictions. So as you guys know, quite a long time ago I made a video called 5-star predictions, and that was me essentially choosing a bunch of books that I expected to be 5 stars for me when I read them. So I know that I haven't gotten to all the books on this list still. I vaguely remember what's on the list, so it's going to be kind of fun. We're going to watch the video together, and I'm going to tell you guys if I read the books and if they were 5 stars or lower or whatever. I'll tell you how I rated them, and then I'll tell you if I haven't read the other ones, which there's going to be a few on there that I definitely haven't read. I will also add some to the list at the end of the video to add some more 5 stars because I have had more books come up on my radar since then. And so I'm excited about some new books that I think are going to make that list. So I guess the easiest way to do this is I'll watch the video with you guys. I guess I'm just going to record my screen and then show you guys in like one of the corners here. But yeah, let's do it. Hey guys, so I have my computer here, so I'm going to let it play. Today I'm going to do a video giving you guys all my 5-star. Oh, that's at my old apartment building. So that's exciting. Oh wait. Yeah, so let's get into it. I don't know. Never mind. Scratch that. I'm pretty sure this is at our house. But intro. Also, still using the same intro
for this video so that you can see some.
All right, so let's skip ahead.
Than the regular one. One of Us
What's
is
the first
Lying
one?
by Karen.
Ooh, One of Us is Lying. I have read One of Us is Lying. I did not give it 5 stars. I believe I only gave it 4 out of 5 stars because I found this book to be quite predictable. I kind of like. I wouldn't say I guessed it, but I had like a feeling that it was going to go in the direction it did from the very beginning. So when I started reading it, I was just like, okay, I wonder if it could be this. And then it did end up being that. So that was just, it wasn't as exciting of an ending for me, which kind of brought it down, that rating. I feel like if it wasn't what I was expecting, then I would have had a much better reaction to it. I also definitely think that the fact that this book was so hyped up at the time when I purchased it, and the fact that it has sprayed edges, not that that like has anything to do with like the experience of the story, but I think it kind of swayed my feelings on that one and made me think that yeah, this is going to be a 5-star when really it wasn't. But it was still a good book. I did really enjoy it. I read that during the summer, I believe. And yeah, I had a fun time with it. I love thrillers because I like trying to like figure out what's going on and puzzle through them. So it was definitely worth a shot as a 5-star prediction. But anyways, let's continue. Okay, the next one is the Diabolic, and I have not read this book. I honestly completely forgot I owned this book, and I don't actually know where it is right now because all of my books are in piles in our living room since we moved all the bookshelves in here, and I'm still waiting for new bookshelves. So yeah, my books are everywhere and it's chaotic in this household. I don't know where the Diabolic is. I also purchased the sequel to this series and I still haven't read the first one, but like I guess I had a feeling it was going to be really good. So yeah, this is definitely one that's still on there. I don't know if it's a 5-star prediction anymore because I literally have not thought about this book in probably like over a year and a half, but it still seems like it would be a good book. So I'll give it that. All right, let's continue. Okay, so the next one is Warcross. Warcross, I think, yeah, I think I just said it's because it was like similar to Ready Player One, so that's why I was feeling like it would be a 5-star read. And I honestly still think it would be a 5-star read. Now that I've read the Young Elite series by Mary Lou, I really liked that series a lot. So I'm pretty sure I gave all 3 books in that series 5 stars. So if that's any indication of like her writing style and what I like, I also have read Steel. No, I'm going to read Steel Striker by her this month. What's the other one? Sky Hunter. I read Sky Hunter by her and I really enjoyed that book too. So if that's any indication, I still feel like Warcross is going to be a bop and like I'm probably going to give that one a 5-star. So that I think would stay on the 5-star prediction list. Sanctuary? What? Really? I guess. I remember it's like I remember it had a really good premise, but I have also not thought about this book in a very long time, and I have not read it either. I bought the second one for this series as well, and I almost bought the third one, even though I haven't even started the series yet. Yeah. It does sound really cool though. It's like a space prison, and then like stuff happens there. I think it's like an escape story from like a space prison. So it does sound really cool and something I would enjoy. I don't know if it would still be like a 5-star prediction. It'd probably be in the 4-star range, but that's just because like I haven't really thought about it too much since then. But I don't know. We'll have to see because I still haven't read it. I'm doing real well with this list. I've read one so far. Yeah, okay, let's continue. Oh, Dark Age. Okay, so this one I have read. This one was definitely a 5-star book for me. I adored this book. It almost took me an entire month to read it because it is like almost 800 pages long. But this book is full of like politics, and I don't normally like politics, but this is like battle military politics where like different people are trying to combat each other in different ways, and they're using different strategies, whether it's like mental, physical. There's so many different things that are happening in this book, and yeah, there's so many plot lines happening all at the same time, and it's just like action packed from start to finish. There's my mind was like just frazzled while reading this because there's so much to like take in while you're reading the book, but I had such a good time with it, and it definitely got dark. Like there were very dark scenes in this book, but I was all here for it. I love this series so much, and so I'm really looking forward to seeing how it wraps up. But I'm really glad that one was on this list because that was definitely a 5-star. So I actually had a 5-star on my 5-star predictions. That makes me happy because I don't know how the rest of this is gonna go. So I put Throne of Glass on this series. I have not picked up Throne of Glass. I still think I would actually like this book a lot. Like I think this is probably still accurate for a 5-star read. I'm just laughing because I strictly put this on here because of all the hype for BookTube. And I remember when I was like getting back into reading, the box set of this book series was everywhere. Like everywhere I looked, it was always there. And people were like trying to push it and say, read this series, you're going to like it. And Marcus has also read the series and he thinks that I will like it. So I think this one is still accurate as a 5-star prediction. And I'm excited to eventually get to it. I know that I just haven't gotten to it yet because I'm afraid to commit to that big of a series. So the fear of commitment is real. And yeah, I don't know when I'll get to it, but it still is in the plans to read that book eventually. All right, let's see what else is here. Interesting. So I put Red Sister on this list by Mark Lawrence. The only books I've read by Mark Lawrence are his like smaller trilogy, which is focused around Dungeons and Dragons, and it's more like sci-fi. I did really like that series. I had a lot of fun with it. I think I put Red Sister on this list because it was being very hyped up to me by Marcus at the time. I know he read the book and he really enjoyed it, and he also said it's about like assassins, and I love assassins. They're a fun time and they make for a really fun like plot line. So yeah, it could still be a 5-star prediction. I just haven't really thought about it, and I forgot it was even on this list. So I don't know if it's full 5 stars, but like it still sounds like a good book to me. So yeah. Okay, let's see what else there is. I have Nevernight on here. Okay, I've read the Illuminae series that J. Christoph co-wrote, and I adored that series, like 5 stars across the board. I am currently working through the other series, so like Aurora Rising, Aurora Burning, and Aurora's End, which he co-wrote with Amy Kaufman, the same author, and I'm adoring this series too. So if that's any indication, then I feel like I probably will like the Nevernight trilogy. Trilogy? I think it's a trilogy. Yeah, it's a trilogy. I will probably like that one as well. So yeah, I think this one would still stay up on the 5-star prediction list. Speaking of Illuminae, I literally just pulled it up next in this video. So yes, Illuminae was 100% a 5-star prediction, and it was right on the money. That book was so good. I gush about this book all the time now. It's in my top sci-fi books video It's in a lot of other videos because I love talking about it. It's just such a good series. So I'm really glad that this was on this list, and I'm glad that I enjoyed it as much as I did. Like, if I could reread that book for the first time again, I would 100% do it because I just like, I want to experience that magical thing that just happened when I read that book. Oh, it was so good. So, yes, very accurate. So, Endgame is on this list. This is one that Marcus has tried to get me to read a couple times, and I honestly don't know why I haven't picked it up because he said that it's similar to Hunger Games style, which is something I would really enjoy. Like pretty much if there's like a Death Games book, I'm probably going to like it. I'm pretty morbid, but I don't know. It's a fun like dystopian thing that I like. So not that I would want that in real life. I just think it's fun to read about, but yeah, no, not real life. But yeah, I don't know why I haven't picked up this book yet. I probably should because I feel like it would still be up there. Like I think it would be a 5-star prediction. It's centered around the kind of book that I like. Like if it's like Hunger Games, like Battle Royale, I'm here for it. So yeah. So that's all of the predictions that I had from before. I've only read 3 of those predictions, and 2 of them were accurate, one of them was not. But yeah, I still have a bunch of books to look forward to, so I really should get to the rest of this list because then I can see if it was accurate or not. Maybe I'll make that a priority for the next year to come, and like maybe I'll try and get those books on the TBRs. Okay, now let's talk about some new 5-star predictions that I have. Okay, so the first one on my list is All of Us Villains. I think this is going to be another 5-star because this is also like centered around some death games, but it also has magic in it. So, yeah, I think that's super exciting. I think the stakes are going to be really high in this one, and I've heard very good things about this book. So that definitely bumps it up to like a 5-star prediction. Then we have The Maleficent 7, and this was sent to me by Angry Robots Books, and I'm so excited about it. I honestly didn't know too much about it, but then Marcus got like hyped when we had this book arrive at our house, and then I read into it a little bit more, and it sounds awesome. The line that gets me in this book is to defeat this new foe, she needs to reunite her old captains again. Vampire, necromancer, orc chieftain, war god, twisted alchemist, and pirate queen. Like those elements slash characters coming together to fight against another like greater evil is so exciting. And yeah, like that sounds like such an intense book. I love like ragtag teams coming together. I don't know, it's just so much fun, and it always like just makes me excited, and then I get nervous because I'm like, okay, it's a ragtag team. Something's going to happen to some of them, and like I get attached to certain characters and then I get worried about them. So it's a whole thing, but it's a lot of fun at the same time and such a fun reading experience. So I think this one's definitely going to be high up on the list. Then we have Blood Scion, and I got this as an arc from HarperCollins. I barely know anything about this book, but I just have a really good feeling about it. I think this is going to be a 5-star book. I don't know. I don't, like it feels like it's just my intuition telling me this is going to be good, but yeah, I honestly don't know anything about it. I don't want to know too much about it either. Like I want to go into it kind of blind, not knowing anything and see what happens. But I have a really good feeling about this one. Then I have Hench, and so this is following a I believe it's a data analyst who is working for a superhero team, but then she gets injured when something like happens with the superheroes in a conflict, and then I think she goes over to the villain side and starts working for them. But like it's I think it's gonna be really interesting and like a fun book to follow along with because it's the human side of like the superhero business, and I'm obsessed with like graphic novels and superheroes, so I think it'll be cool to see it in this kind of light. It reminds me kind of like The Boys, the show, because a lot of them are like fighting against heroes and they're just regular people. So I think that that is kind of like a similar vibe for this book and something that would be a lot of fun. So I feel like that could potentially be a 5-star read. And then the last one I have is An Absolutely Remarkable Thing by Hank Green. I've heard so many amazing things about this book. I actually snagged this book for a deal. I think it was like $8, so I was super pumped about that. And yeah, I love everything that his brother writes, but I haven't read anything by Hank Green yet, and I'm excited to try him out as an author. I also have been told that I kind of look like the third John Green brother, so that's a huge compliment to me. What I'm gathering from the synopsis of this book is that our main character discovers this like interesting statue which is like labeled as a Carl, and she takes a picture of it, or no, she takes a video of it with her friend and uploads it to YouTube, and then quickly becomes like internet famous because people are uploading videos of these statues that have just appeared all over the place, all over the world. And so now they're kind of like looking to her to figure out what these statues are and like why they're here. And so it's like following her life dealing with all of this. I'm really curious to see like what happens with this main character and how they deal with these different statues and their like sudden fame. I want to see how they deal with that too. But yeah, I think this one's going to be a lot of fun. And that's it for my 5-star predictions list. So now the job is for you guys to keep me accountable and make sure I read these books so that I can give you another video actually reacting to most of these reads, considering I only read 3 from the previous one. Also, let me know in the comments what your 5-star predictions are, because I'm always curious to know what everybody thinks is going to be a really good book, and then maybe that'll put that on my radar as well. If you guys want to support me, I have a Patreon and a Coffee page, which I'll put in the description down below, as well as a link to my bookmarks. You guys know the drill. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification button so you get notified when I post new videos. I post my videos on Mondays and Thursdays. And until next time, keep on reading.